Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to IdeaDiary. Thanks for coming back, y'all, and hanging out. Okay, so it's a new show, a new day, and I'm getting to this episode a little late in the day, kind of just doing a few other things. However, I am recording and getting to the show because, something that I want to do. It's one of those, I guess Mel Robbins calls it a small promise. So when you're kind of promise yourself that you're going to do whatever it is that you want to do every day, just kind of keeping the small promises are kind of what helps you get ahead. I do kind of, you got to be careful, I think, because I think when you make small promises that kind of take you away from what you actually want to be doing, then that's not good. But if I'm at a level of, I don't do anything that I don't want to do. I've kind of like fine-tuned everything and gotten rid of a lot of, busy work. So to the point where anything that I do add to my plate in my small promises thing is pretty much really fun for me. So, I'm kind of just rambling, but I'm here. I am recording another episode because I want to be here, and hopefully whoever's listening out there, I appreciate you coming back. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of new stuff about businesses and all the hard stuff that's happening out there. So I kind of wanted to just mention that if you're kind of struggling with what to do, I know a lot of people are getting creative about, being open and kind of trying to still run a business without the old way of doing it now that everything's changed. People are selling using the internet instead of hoping for shoppers to come into their stores and shop in person. People are getting creative using Facebook Live or Instagram or YouTube. I know some bars and restaurants are getting creative, figuring out how to be open and to, follow all the new rules and stuff like that. But the main thing that I was thinking about, if you're having a hard time figuring out how to still make money and how to, keep your business alive, I think a good question to ask is ask your customers and ask people around you and cast a net out of questioning of how can I help you, or how can I help my customers? Ask your customers what they want and what they can afford to pay and what they're willing to pay for whatever it is that they're missing out of life. So that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people and a lot of different businesses. But I think to navigate through what's going to be the new way of doing business and the new way of making money, I always was a big believer in 5 different revenue streams. If whatever business you have going on, just in case one of your revenue streams falls out, you're not just sitting there with nothing. But now I would say 10 revenue streams. Just get creative. And, I think this is the time to really ask your customers, what do they want? Figure out new things to bring to them and figure out, just be really honest, like what can they afford? What's on the table for whatever kind of business that you have going on. And mostly a lot of businesses that are already functioning completely fine just using the internet, you might not have to be worrying so much. But if you are, an in-person type of business, I'm sure it's really hard right now. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Ask your customers, what do they want? How can you be of service? And how much are they willing to pay for what it is that they want? Or how much can they afford to pay? And everything is new right now. So everyone's got to kind of find their own path. So you just got to keep your chin up. And, I know it's hard. So one other thing I thought I would talk about today is citrine. So citrine's a crystal. And I don't know much about crystals, but I do have a citrine. And the reason why I do is because it's called the merchant stone. So there's a lot of fake citrine out there, so you got to make sure that you're buying it from a reliable source. And citrine, it's kind of like a legend, I guess, for hundreds of years. But citrine, you're supposed to put it inside of your cash register or keep it in your money pouch. You could keep this in your wallet. You could keep it with you. Now, I don't know how powerful crystals are or aren't, but I do kind of believe in placebo, and I do believe in kind of like generations of DNA kind of, you're kind of programmed to believe certain things, and I do feel like our human brains are probably capable of a lot more than we actually know. So I think just by being, something for generations upon generations upon generations of believing in citrine, helping you bring money into your business, I feel like it's a good luck charm that could possibly be powerful and could be helpful. And I do feel like when I got this, someone gave me this citrine, and I do feel like something did happen with money coming into my business and into my life. So I just wanted to share the citrine thing with you guys. I keep this in a little cash register box. I don't necessarily use it for business, but it's just something that I keep extra cash in my office. Kind of like a little petty cash box, but so I have my citrine in my world. And another thing, I finally got my library book. So I've got The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and apparently this is like a hot library book. So I've been waiting for weeks, I guess, for this to finally come. And I did go to a bookstore to buy it, to just go buy a copy, and they were sold out. So this book, I think, was 1991, somewhere around there. And she sold a lot of copies of this, and it's still selling. It's still relevant. And I don't know why this book has never crossed my path, but I'm probably not going to read it this week. But this will definitely be in my September reads. So hopefully, I'll have something to report on that. And this is kind of a late show, so I did start my Gumroad, and I started a few things, but I'm not quite ready today to announce it and to give you guys a link to check it out, but I'm definitely working on it. The Gumroad experiment setup is coming this week, so I'll have something to report on that. And it's pretty cool and pretty fast to set up, so we will see if that is how valuable it will turn out to be. But I definitely have a feeling that the Gumroad as an e-commerce platform is pretty cool. It's pretty well thought out, and it's pretty simple. So I'm very excited for that. So I guess today is going to be a short show, and I don't like that, but I gotta keep moving on, and I've got to make what I can make and just move on. And then hopefully tomorrow I will have more stuff, more, valuable stuff for a show. But, today I'm in the middle of a lot of things, and hopefully tomorrow will be a new day, and I'm going to have some awesome stuff to share. Okay, so I guess that's the end of today's show, and I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.